Hello everyone. A lot of people want to know how I do my live streaming and how I have it all set up. So in this video, I will show you the magic behind my live streams. Where to start? Okay, so we'll start with Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs Desktop. Streamlabs Desktop has a mode called Dual Output, which is great. You can stream in landscape and in portrait simultaneously. And I also use some scene templates. This one is called Dark Matter that I'm using. Once you install a theme, you can configure it to how you want it to look. In my case, I do pay for the Ultra on the Streamlabs, so it gives me access to all the templates, and it also lets me stream up to, I don't know, like I think I saw somewhere 6 or 7 destinations. I'm not sure what the limit is. I can stream to multiple platforms, and their servers take care of streaming to all those platforms. I just have to stream one stream up to the Streamlabs server. Especially now that I have a TikTok streaming key, I can do all of this with Streamlabs now. So just to kind of show you, so I set up, the starting soon scene, which comes with a template, but you can customize it. This starting that weapon here, that's the actual animation. In the background, you can make it disappear, make it come back. My social media things, I have them here when it's landscape, here when it's portrait. You can see them go away. And I leave the alert box there. The alert box will show alerts if somebody, follows or whatever. And then I have the Be Right Back set up, which is a similar thing. And you just arrange it how you want it to look in horizontal and vertical. And I set up stream ending, so it looks like that. Intermission, I don't use extra scenes. Social media is kind of a sub-page thing, and this is where you go to set up what you want to actually show. See, there's the TikTok one, social media one. I put in all the icons because my name is the same on all these platforms. And so you can customize all of this, and you can put them in nice, neat little folders. It's great. Now, for the live scene, I'll switch over to that. And so if I'm streaming a game, this is what it looks like. And like over here is where I have the game running. I usually run it at higher resolution than this, but still in windowed mode. And Streamlabs picks up that game and puts it here in this window. Now, so here is the game capture. And as you can see, it fills up the landscape like this. But in vertical mode, I sacrifice a little bit of the game, which, isn't really that big of a deal, really. So here, the way I have it set up, you're still getting like, I think you can see more than half of the game, but it's, as you can see, I have it centered horizontally. So really, you are focused on where most of the action is on the game, okay? So it looks fine, vertical mode like this. When I'm doing a game, which I have live scene, which is this, and I have live scene VRChat. So when I'm doing a game, like in this case, Dead Space, I use another application called VSeeFace. Okay, so it's a free application. It's a neat little application. And what you do is you load your avatar in this, and it will use your camera for face tracking. So what I did was I got a camera. It's pretty high quality. It's a Logitech, I believe. Sorry. I believe it's a Logitech. And what I looked for was a camera that can do facial recognition, you know, the kind that can see your face and log you into Windows, because, you know, those kind of cameras are a little bit better, are better at tracking than other cameras. And so the camera will track my face, and that's why, and it'll track your eyes too. Like if I close my eyes, you know, it'll close the eyes on the avatar. I mean, it's pretty cool. And it just does all that through the camera. Now, you can get fancier. There's some hand tracking you can do with a Leap controller, and I've got a Leap controller. I just haven't, you know, set it up. And then I could, like, you know, move my arms around and stuff in this image as well. But, you know, for doing gaming, you know, it's not, you know, my hands are usually on the keyboard and the mouse, so you know, that's not really that important. And then getting your avatar that you want into this VSeeFace application, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother thing. But once you get in there, it works great. Now you notice that I have a scene behind my avatar when you look at the stream, but it just looks gray over here. And that's for a couple reasons. So if I look at general settings and I go to near the bottom, okay, so I just load a background image, and this is a snapshot I took from the game Satisfactory. Okay, and I just thought that was cool with the, because you're the ringed planet, you know, so I just stuck that in there, right? The other thing I do is I turn on Keep Virtual Camera Enabled, and I have Virtual Camera turned on. So what this does is I have my real camera and I have a virtual camera. So this VSeeFace application will look like a camera to the system. So over here, here at this webcam capture, if I go over here to settings, the device is VSeeFace camera. Okay, and so that's how I got that to work. Let me close this. Now this webcam webm is just this animation box that's around my avatar. You know, that's something you add in with Streamlabs. And I have the alert box here, and I have the TikTok alerts. So both of them, I just have them overlap. So the alert box will be like for alerts from YouTube or Twitch, right? And the TikTok alerts will just be from TikTok. How I get that to work? Well, I use Tickfinity for that. So this is Tickfinity. And this is how I get all the fancy stuff to show up. And the text-to-speech for everyone who's, you know, comments during my live on TikTok. So this handles, you know, playing the music, showing the butterfly when somebody follows, and all that kind of stuff. Tickfinity does that. Really great thing. It's a website, and it's also an app you can download and install. And I use the app. It's a little nicer. The app will auto connect to your live stream when it sees you go live, and it handles all the notification stuff there. Now, for a while, I wanted to hear people who talk to me on YouTube and Twitch too. So that's where this page comes in. So this is SpeedChat, speedchat.com. And this will monitor my streams at both YouTube and Twitch, and it will do text-to-speech here. So this is how I can hear people on YouTube or Twitch who write comments, and so I can hear them. I think this is great. I haven't had too much trouble with it, and just every once in a while I mean, I think maybe once or twice I had a bad apple. You know, somebody had to block because they got a little carried away. But I really haven't had any trouble. Just having text-to-speech for everybody. I know some streamers only do it for the subscribers. But, you know, right now I just have it turned on for everybody. So that's how I get my text-to-speech for YouTube and Twitch. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, for when I'm doing VR, like VRChat, I do something a little different. Okay, so let's flip over to here. All right. Oh, also notice, you know, this recent follower and all this kind of stuff. I only have that on the widescreen. On the vertical system, I read, and the motto I follow is the KISS format. Keep it simple, stupid. So I don't clutter up the vertical format with anything. I don't put any of this stuff in here. The only thing that's in here is the the game and this projection here. So when I'm running VR, I don't use VSeeFace. Okay, this actually, and my VR has this turned off right now, so it just looks black. But this is actually what my right eye sees in my headset. So I'll have the VR game shown here and what my right eye is seeing in my headset here. So you get two perspectives of the game, which I thought was pretty cool. There's no tech stuff up here. On TikTok, I mean, there'll already be some text showing up here over this right eye thing. And actually, this is really easy to set up. So this is just displaying what's in the game, like what shows up on the screen for the VR application. And in here, so you see this OpenVR Capture. That's a feature of Streamlabs. And if I look at the settings on that, it's like capture right eye. So this will just connect right up to the VR software, and it'll capture the right eye of my headset. And you'll see what I'm seeing here. So like when I have to look at my desktop and check for something, I press a special key on my controller. You'll still see the game here, but you'll see what I'm looking at here. Like, if I'm checking out the streams, seeing if they're running okay, or, looking at a VR menu, you'll see what I'm doing right in this little box down here, or in this box over here in landscape mode. So I thought that was pretty cool. And, there's no need to have VSeeFace and avatar when doing the VR games, because I'm usually, my avatar is in the VR games, right? What else? Anything else? Oh yes. So, okay. So, and then in a separate browser, I'm using Opera. And Opera is a cool browser now. I mean, just recently, they invested a ton of stuff in Opera. I highly recommend it especially when you need extra browsers for something. And one of the other reasons why I use two browsers is because VRChat can run in one browser, and the TikTok Live Center will run in a separate browser. And that way, both things can have focus at the same time. Now, yeah, I could open up two browser windows, but I just like this setup because it's just, and I have this so that when I open Opera, it just immediately goes to this. All right. So now I showed you the setup. Now, and like I told you, I pay for the Ultra on Streamlabs so I can do the multi-streaming. So what I do is when I hit the go live button down here, I don't know. So this is an error I'm having, but it doesn't cause any problems. So I just say go live anyway. Just ignore that. Here you can see where I have all these things streaming simultaneously. And I can do this because I got the Ultra. Okay. TikTok, and you specify what format. So you can do horizontal or vertical. I pick vertical, so when I pick vertical, it's going to do this portrait format. Facebook, I do horizontal. And Trovo's horizontal. Twitch is horizontal. Twitter, vertical. I do vertical on Twitter. And I just started streaming on Twitter recently. That's still free over there, I guess. And I do vertical on YouTube because recently YouTube had announced that if you do vertical streaming, that they'll push out your stream, like, you know, when you're looking at the what do they call them, the shorts over there, the vertical format videos that they do that you can flip through like you can on TikTok. They will push your live stream to the quote unquote for you page of those shorts. So supposedly you get a little more exposure when you do vertical streaming to YouTube. I don't know. I'm not sure if I see that much of a difference, but I'm doing it. And then, of course, you know that the kick over here is horizontal. So that's what I do there. And then, of course, you got the settings over here. You know, I mean, you can put more stuff here in the description. I usually don't put a ton of stuff in the description. You know, maybe I should. Title. Now the TikTok settings, like, you know, when I over here in the Opera browser, when I go to hit this go live button, TikTok will give me my server URL and stream key, and I just copy paste those into there. And here, you know, here's the Facebook settings. You tell it to what page, like I share it to my Progressive Geek page, and you set your game here. Trovo, you just set the game. Twitch, set the game. Twitter, you don't set anything really. And then YouTube is a bunch of weirdness. I don't know. Create new event. I don't know. That's just the default that I use. Categories gaming. At least on this interface, you can't pick what kind of game. And a lot of times I just turn on the audience controls over here and make it 18 plus on TikTok as well. Many times. And the reason I do that is a lot of the haters are 13-year-olds. Okay, I think I covered everything now. So, yeah. All right. That's it. And just, you know, if you have any questions, you know, just let me know.